Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Wanza review with a Wanza review. So, as you can see, we have the Marvel Legends Sentry from the King Odin wave. What was about a year ago, in the beginning of the year of last year, and man, it was not a great wave. I didn't even pick it up when it came out. It's been it took a whole year for me to like realize Sentry was a collectible piece. Um, there are some things that I just recently saw. Like I watch, for example, I watch a lot of Comics Explained. I watch it a lot. I will watch it and hear it a lot. It's a guy named Rob. He runs the channel. Has a great voice. He pretty much says the comic and shows you, different slides from the comic without the words, or even with the words sometimes, and just breaks it down really nice for me. And I just understand everything he's talking about, and now I know the comic. So it was like perfect timing that he just released a video right now, today, about Sentry. And I just watched it before the episode that I'm about to make right now, and I have notes. So I just took a little bit of notes, nothing crazy. So can withstand blasts from Worldbreaker Hulk. Hulk. It's like one of the strongest forms of the Hulk. He took all the blasts from him. Like they had to depower Sentry and the Hulk at the same time for them both just to stop, turning them back into their normal selves. He can withstand magic from Doctor Strange. He can't even mess with them. That's crazy. He's the Sorcerer Supreme. And then you got Doctor Xavier and Emma Frost try to fight him, but that didn't work. He's ripped apart Ares and Carnage both. He destroyed Molecule Man, but Molecule Man destroyed him. But then that same issue, he rips him up. He messes him up even more. He turns into the Void though. That's the bad part. Sentry is a man who turns into, I can't remember his man name, his regular name. I can't remember, and I just heard it. But he turns into the Sentry, who then turns into the Void if he just gets like too crazy and just doesn't control himself. Like that's just something he turns into. And he has a very, very, very strong healing factor. He has the power of a hundred. Is it 1,000 suns or 100,000 suns? I think it's 100,000 suns. So that's a lot of power in one character. You know what I mean? That's a lot of work, a lot of strength, a lot of things. And he's mentally vulnerable though. Like he's always worried about a lot of different things. Like for example, Iron Man gave him this like vision of like a whole bunch of different people needing help all at once, and it just overpowered his mind, and he just I guess did he like I think he just had like a mental breakdown. So it was just crazy. But yeah, that's crazy. Like this guy is so strong, he can fight the Hulk. Like I like that a lot. That's really cool. But as you see, he's holding a box of Crustios. I think that was really cool. My grandmother, who passed away, who loved The Simpsons, had a couple of mini figure boxes that are like guest boxes, or what they call blind bags, like blind bag bonanza. And it came with the little monkey that Sideshow Bob has. Mouth is dry. Need something to drink. And the monkey was on like a table with a knife, and that box of cereal was on top, and you just clip it into the table. So what I did was I just kind of like got rid of the whole thing, just cut the bottom piece that the Crustios clipped into the table with, and just made that my own. So now it's an accessory that I can put inside a different character's hands, like a little Easter egg from my grandmother. Love you, Mommy Joe. You're the best. Anyway, so yeah, he's holding a box of Crustios, and my mother actually owns a box of Crustios. Like what, 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4, maybe even 5. Um, what was his name? Matt Groening, the guy who invented, Springfield and Simpsons. He did a thing where all these different 7-Elevens throughout, I guess, the United States got Simpsonized. They were just quickie marts. So we went there, and we were actually able to see a whole bunch of different things inside of the 7-Eleven. Like we saw the squishy machine that made squishies, and there was like people inside the freezer. The Chief Wiggums was there. Apu was there. So it was really cool to see a 7-Eleven as a quickie mart. So I just thought it was interesting. And that's what that looks like. Nothing too crazy. And it's got like pictures of worms and razor blades and just stuff and dirt and stuff you don't want, like string that you don't want inside of your daggone cereal. So I just thought that was cool. Like I said, paying homage to my grandmother. And I like how he looks like he's eating too. But enough about that. Here's the back of the figure. This is the cape that pretty much holds him up. He like leans over and gets held up by it. Make him look like he's floating. And there is some like minor, like different colors of yellows and oranges on him a little bit. It's like a shading, if you will, on him in different colors. So that's pretty cool. Really nothing to this figure. You can't get him in flight poses. The head don't go up. Head don't go down that much. The hair effect messes it all up. That's how far the arm can go. I'm going to do articulation real quick. You can bend it, elbow, back and forth, 360 at the wrist, double jointed elbows. If you hear any backgrounds, it's my grandmother in the kitchen. 360, I guess we don't need that anymore. At the arm, and the tricep. There you go. Ab crunch, forward, back, double jointed knees, hamstring articulation, and ankles go down. I mean, your feet go down that far, go back up that far, and ankle pivot. Yep. Basic figure. Belt is movable. You can take it off if you want. There's a little piece in the back you can unclip, but I would keep it on there. Makes him look more menacing. Good figure though, by the way. And I got it from Virginia. I definitely recommend it. Since the Hulk is my favorite character, I always thought about getting this guy. I've been watching Comics Explained for a while, so I've known about Sentry for a while now. Just because, like, I didn't grow up on comic books. I came into this later. Like, I've always loved comic books, and I've always loved Marvel and DC and Spawn, and I loved the whole thing, and I just never got into it as a kid. And like once my uncle passed, I needed something else to fall into to help, with the pain of losing him. And I lost my cat, and then the following year after that, I lose my grandmother too. Or 2 years later, I lose my grandmother. So, and who did collect action figures, and my uncle collected tennis shoes. So that was really cool, Collecting's in the blood, if you will. So that's why I collect. Sorry for tapping on the wood. I know that sucks. I don't like it because when I hear it back, I'm like, why did I touch the wood? But yeah, this is Sentry, and I definitely recommend him if you like the Hulk, because this guy can go toe to toe with the Hulk, and that's crazy to me. I can't believe it. Can't believe it's even true. And this will be like my figure that will be my Superman in my collection, because I have not yet seen a Superman that is worthy to the Wanzer. We'll see. If it's worthy to Wanzer, I'll pick it up. And you don't gotta ask me if these figures are worth it, because once I buy it, I've definitely committed that I like the figure and I like the character, because I know something about it from the comics that made me want to get him. Like, for example, I'm gonna tell you all this now. I'm gonna tell you in the video. The reason why I got Jack-O-Lantern from that Spider-Man wave with the Absorbing Man, the reason why I picked him up, you know what the Jack-O-Lantern does is like his trademark kill. He'll cut your head open all the way around, take that cap off, scoop out all your insides, including your eyeballs and your brain, and puts a candle in it like you're a jack-o'-lantern. And that's how he gets his name. That's crazy. It's in a Venom comic. He's fighting Agent Venom. It's graphic. I'll tell you that right now. I was like, damn, that shit is sick. I had to pick him up. I just thought that was sick, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that before, even in a comic, let alone a movie. But anyway, I want this video to be shorter than this, so I'm not going to go any further with talking. You already know about Sentry now. Sentry's worth it. He's definitely got the chops to fight any of your favorite villains or heroes. So I definitely pick him up. He's old, I can imagine, like I just said. But yeah, definitely pick him up. Definitely subscribe. Definitely give me a like. I'll keep putting up more videos. I did get my Bane figure. I got that off the line. It was ridiculous, guys. Real quick.